Okay, let me make sure I'm online. Okay. Hello, I'm Alex from A.P.Ink. So today I'm going to be working on a piece of fan art. So previously I was working on characters from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original cartoon. Um, I don't remember what year that was. But anyways, this is Casey Jones. Let me try to turn down the light on my phone so maybe you guys can see it. Okay, I've got this version, kind of a close-up, and then this version, which is more of a modern take on him, I think from a more recent cartoon, but it gives a full body view of him, which I'm gonna give you both references. So I've got a piece of sketchbook paper, a 2H pencil, some more supplies off to the side. I am just gonna jump into this. It has been a minute since I've seen these, like a month. So I think just to refresh the memory, I should have done this before I started streaming, but we can do this together. So this is my version of April, Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Splinter, Shredder, my version of Crane in his robot, my version of Crane outside of his robot, Leatherhead, I still don't remember which one this is without looking. This is Rocksteady, and then Bebop. So that's as far as I've gotten so far. To actually look up which came first, Jason or Casey Jones, with the use of the hockey mask. I think I'm gonna try to give him more of an action pose. So, like, kind of in action versus just kind of standing. Which I know action pose and inaction is the same thing. I'm just rambling. Apologies. I think as opposed to some of the other characters that I've done, like if I were to flip back to Shredder, I did try to make him muscular here, but I think maybe to emphasize Casey Jones' muscles a bit more. Trying to decide if I want to have him holding his hockey stick or baseball bat. Probably the hockey stick. I'm not sure. I do wonder if this hockey stick is broken. I don't know much about hockey, so I'm not sure why this hockey stick is so short. Unless it's like a kid's hockey stick. Sorry, I don't know if you could actually see that. But if you look at the upper reference versus the lower reference, the length of this hockey stick versus the length of this hockey stick, where this hockey stick kind of goes from his foot to his shoulder. I don't know if you can actually see that. But versus this one, where I feel like if he was holding it upright, it might come up to his waist. If I put him in an action pose though, he wouldn't be standing straight like this. He'd be his face would be kind of like facing the camera, but his body would kind of be turned almost 3/4. So you'd be able to see his side. I'm trying to adjust his body. But if you go by this stance, he's standing kind of off to the side, almost in like a batter stance. Like if he were to be holding a baseball bat instead of a hockey stick. But would his posture still be straight, or would there be a bit more bend to his spine? Like, I'm not sure. I'm thinking about looking up a reference just for better stance, maybe. And maybe this doesn't make any sense, but to look up a boxer. Okay, I think it was just silly of me to try to put any kind of but he could have more of a lean to him. So to actually, okay, so okay, I'm not sure at what point my camera froze. For anybody watching, give me a second. The only way I can fix this is to shut my stream down and start it back up again. I will be right back. Okay, let me make sure I'm online. Hello, Hands of Rain. I don't recognize your username, but I'm guessing you changed it from something else. Okay, so what I was saying was, I think to put him more in this almost squat pose versus this kind of up, straight pose, because I think that would help emphasize that for anybody maybe paying attention that there's more weight in his stance. So it would kind of center him more for a fight. Maybe that's thinking a bit too much into it, but that's what I'm gonna try to do. one of these days I'm gonna draw these characters small enough that I don't run out of room when I get to the legs. I think that's why I went for like a boxer and for reference instead of like a hockey player or baseball player, because this guy is ready to go versus, I mean, this might be a similar stance, but Casey needs to be able to kind of stand his own. So I think maybe this. How can I change this that I can actually have room for everything? Okay, maybe to give him an even more exaggerated squat pose. So this, his left leg, would be more aimed at the camera, where his back right leg would be more bent. Adjusting his body so it fits on the page. Okay, so his knee would be here. So the foreshortening is kind of severe. And I've got to actually make room for like his pelvis area, because his knee is not attached to his hip or waist. Okay. If I kind of follow the construction of his shorts. So waistband. Okay, his pelvis would be about here. I don't want to elongate his lower half too much, but I don't want to shrink it. And erasing all of this to make it smaller. I don't want to, but I think I'm going to have to. I still want to give him like a bobblehead look. But I need to maybe shorten his torso. Okay, same construction though. So the waistband of his shorts. I don't know if I didn't just make it the same. I think I need to bring this shoulder up. Waistband. I think to still drop this knee so it's more bent. I still am not going to be able to fit this entire thing. I'm drawing it too big. To refer back to my shredder again. To still give him like a bobblehead look. But to actually try to get the entire character on the page, so making the head a bit smaller. Hello. Okay, to try to give him the same kind of 3/4 pose. And the shoulder cup. Okay, so we'll make his waistband here. So maybe I can fit the entire character on the page this time. You like Casey? You think he made hockey sticks look like bad weapons? I don't know. I've never really been much into hockey, but I feel like you can do some damage, and I feel like hockey players have done some damage with their hockey sticks. There's a reason. I think it's like one of the main big no-nos, no high sticking, because you can use them to like clothesline people. Okay. So to try and construct, just so I don't too squash his lower half, to add in the construction of his shorts. Still dropping. I don't know. Should I drop, because I want to give him a action pose, but maybe dropping the back the back thigh, back leg wouldn't quite be right, because I had thought to kind of drop the leg and kind of have it bent behind, but that might not be 100% stable. I mean, you can't see his legs here, but you can see how wide his stance is. So maybe I should bring this back leg out, but I still want this front leg kind of facing the camera a bit more, a bit like this boxer. You think it's unique that they can actually fight during a match? I don't know. I feel like anytime I see any portion of a hockey match, they're always fighting. Maybe that's just because that's what they're highlighting for whatever reason. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay, the knee is gonna be here. This is still gonna be too short for his calf. I'm gonna have to adjust this digitally. I could try to raise the knee. Try and get the shape of the thigh. I need to raise the knee a bit more, I think. So I think he's got like work boots on. I could see them being like actual steel-toed work boots. So they're almost like a weapon in themselves. What do you mean, Asakura?
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm still online or not. Okay, if anybody can still hear me, I'm not sure what's going on, but it would seem that my internet is frozen. I'm gonna jump out and jump right back in. I will be right back.
Okay, let's try this again. Let me make sure I'm online. It's okay, Asakura. I've got a parachute for everybody. Okay. Maybe I'm just making his butt hip area too big. And I know I could use a bigger piece of paper, but I think I would still draw bigger than the paper provided. So to try to make this work, the upper half doesn't look that bad, even though I'm not done, but the lower half is a struggle. It's too much of a squat, I think. Because even in the reference I'm using for the stance, his leg is still kind of straight down. Well, not straight down, but more straight down than what I was drawing. It returns. That's about accurate, hands. This is about as cheesy as most 50s, 60s, 70s horror movies. Watch out for the bots. They leave landmines. Raise this knee once again. Sorry, Asakura, I wasn't fast enough. Like Indiana Jones? Do a quick switch. You gotta make sure the rock is the same weight, right? No butterfingers, Asakura. Wipe your hands off on your pants first. This looks so weird. I really don't want to mess Casey Jones up, but I can't make it look right. So both pictures, I'm jumping ahead a bit, but both pictures, you can see holes in his knees. how can I fix this? Okay, I think the only way to go is to bend the knee more, so it doesn't look like he's full on squatting. I'm not sure how much you'd be able to see his butt. Like, this is 3/4, but this is almost straight on. Maybe that's why it looks weird. I mean, aside from the overall squattiness of it. I think maybe his knee should be about even, like, with his crotch area. I mean, okay, he's got some kind of gym shoe on, and I want something more like a boot. So the top of his boots are like tucked into his pants, which I think he's wearing sweatpants, but his sweatpants are rolled up. This is still weird looking. Maybe to move his back leg forward or out just a little bit more. Okay, I really don't like doing this, but I'm really struggling with the anatomy and speaking English, apparently. Um, I'm kind of running out of time on this, so I think I might actually, unfortunately, have to let this sit for a bit and come back to it, and maybe I can try to get the anatomy done next time. Um, yeah, if you'd like to watch me continue to struggle with this, please make sure that you're following me and that make sure you eat. Thanks for hanging out, Hands of Rain. Thanks for hanging out, Sakura. Um, I really don't want to mess Casey Jones up. Um, but yeah, if you'd like to see me try to get this done, please make sure that you're following me and that your notifications are turned on so that you're notified for the next time I go live. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.